Welcome to Cosmos Quilt Bag. When you hear someone say that they only respect immigrants who come here the right way, what does that mean? In 1917, federal law excluded homosexuals from being eligible to immigrate into the United States due to the constitutional psychopathic inferiority they exhibited. The Lavender Scare of the 50s, which was the queer offshoot of the anti-communist Red Scare, brought us the 1952 Immigration and Nationality Act, which refers to homosexuals and gender nonconforming people as aliens afflicted with a psychopathic personality or mental defect. In an effort to innovate in the field of being horrible to vulnerable people, the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965 was the first to prohibit queer immigrants on a medical basis and made being LGBT a legitimate reason for people already in America to be deported. Ronald Reagan, the inflection point of most of the violent features of modern politics, signed a law in 1987 prohibiting anyone who had a positive HIV or AIDS status from immigrating. That law remained on the books until 2010. Reagan's brutal legacy continued as when efforts to ramp up deportations escalated in the late 80s and into the 90s, official guidance was added that you could be deported for violations against the law or public morality, including murder, stealing, forgery, sodomy, bestiality, homosexuality, drug peddling, drunkenness, gambling, and subversion. None of this, of course, to touch on the fact that before marriage equality in 2015, queer immigrants did not have access to the same right to become a citizen through marriage that their heterosexual counterparts did. Today, queer immigrants held at federal detention centers are 97 times more likely to be sexually assaulted. If a queer immigrant is seeking asylum from a country where it is not safe to be LGBT, they need to be wealthy enough to find a good lawyer to plead their asylum case, and lucky enough to find a lawyer that is willing to publicly defend a queer person, sometimes in countries where being homosexual is punishable by death. Queer liberation does not end at gay marriage. Your community does not end at a border. An undocumented person is not your enemy. As Pride Month comes to a close, and as the American apparatus revs its bloody engine to make life even more difficult for immigrants with every passing moment, I want us all to remember what we can do, what we owe each other. The fight is long, the fight is hard, but a better world is possible, and together we can demand it. Happy Pride, y'all.